This little tip on horsemanship is how to catch your horse and how to properly put a halter on a rope halter. So what I do, I always make sure that they know that I'm there. I'll usually come to the shoulder and pet on them. I'll go to either shoulder just depending on what is safest right now. I mean, I can go that side or this side, but I prefer this side because first off I can talk to you guys, and second off because that feeder is right there and that's a pinch point, so if you were to move into me, it's a spot that would be kind of difficult for me to get out of. And now this is the pinch point, so you want the largest angle possible between all the stuff there. And so I'll come over to this side. Make sure he acknowledges me. So he acknowledges me. I'm going to say hi. I always like doing my horseman's handshake if I can. I'm going to put this lead rope over the neck. He's going to back up and be like, wait, what are we doing? And I'm going to turn him around for you guys. The reason I put the lead rope over their neck is I have control over them now. So if he's getting pushy, I can push him off and I can stop him in whatever I want to do. So it's good to have this neck rope. Next, my halter is currently tied. That's how I put him away. I'm going to untie it and I'm going to put my arm over his neck and grab that crown. Ideally you want their head level or lower. Right now we're just doing however we can, but he's learning to put his head down for me, because I would like eventually to be able to sit down and him be able to be haltered. Like, this is a great, like, his head right here is awesome, so I'm going to pet him for it. He's going to play with this halter. Alright. Anyway, continuing on, we take this triangle shaped piece that has two pieces of rope over top, and then it goes into a triangle down to this little knot. It's going to go over his nose, and we want it rather snug, but we want like him to be able to move his jaw. We want this below this cheekbone, this knot, we want it below the cheekbone, which is this knob right here. We want it above his nasal cavity. See how squishy it is in here? We want it above there because there's a tiny piece of bone right here. If you were to step on his lead rope and pull his nose up, which is kind of common for horses to do when they kind of spook themselves a little bit, if you were to do that, he could break his nose. And so we want it up in the stronger part so that if that were to happen, he'd be fine. So then I want this throat latch piece to kind of go behind his jaw. Some people like it to just sit on their jaw, but not behind it. I like it a little bit behind the jaw so that they're getting a little bit of jaw pressure, not just pull pressure. I think it makes a difference for them. And so next, now that our halter is snug, we're going to take this crown piece, we're going to stick it through the little loop, and we're going to make sure our halter is all good how we want it. Then you're going to take this end piece, you're going to stick it behind and towards his eye, and then you're going to take the end, bring it up through this little loop we made. And so your tie should look like an X. This is a big no-no. You go above and do that. That's going to cinch down. It looks like an O. You'd want X's, not O's. So again, behind, kind of towards his eye, and then take this end piece and bring it up through the little loop we made. We're going to make sure that there's no hair in that. And then we're going to just kind of pull it snug. It doesn't have to be tight. It just has to be snug. And so that's our halter.